Hey Taurus, what's going on? Thanks for being back for a weekly reading. This one really wants to stay out, so I'm like, see how my, well, you can't. I keep trying to put it back and it doesn't want to, so I'm keeping it out. And they want me to keep natural born leader here. So let's just start with those synchronicities. All right, okay. There we go. We're just going to jump into it. I apologize for the back. I have white noise on in the background because they're doing construction outside. So if it's loud, I apologize. Okay. I am noticing right away these cards are 11 and 44. So that's your doorway, a new beginning, and the angels are the ones leading this. So you are being guided by the universe. Something about you being, there's something about, you're going to be a natural born leader and you already lead in a lot of ways, Taurus, but they're saying you've kind of been tunnel vision with one way that you're going to lead, but you actually are going to be a leader in this and this and this and this and this. There's something about you having you're like your hand in many hats. There's something about you having a lot to offer, a lot of tricks in your bag, so to speak. And that's why you're receiving this. And then we have soul group. It says you're getting ready to unite with members of your soul family. So what this is telling me is you had to get prepared to meet your soul family and they had to get prepared to meet you. And there's something about this relationship is meant to be different. From the very first moment, there is a spark. There is a spark from the very first moment. I had to repeat that. You know how sometimes when you meet people and it's like you're nice because you're being polite and you're like, oh, hey, like a stranger, hi, nice to meet you. This is somebody totally different. It's like as soon as you see each other, as soon as you lock eyes, it's just like something like you can feel the spark in them and they feel the spark in you. And it doesn't have to be romantic, it just feels electric. It just feels electric. That's the best way to put it. They have been led to you the same way you have been led to them. This is also a leader. So it's two leaders starting, who are going to meet and co-create and create a beautiful, create something else beautiful. Because I feel like both of you have created beautiful things separately, but two minds are better than one, three minds are better than two, and so on and so forth. So there's something about you two. It's almost like, I don't, this is just popped in my head. It's almost like, the pyramid scheme, how that goes. And it's kind of like you have, I'm just going to use this as an example. You have the top spiritual leader, and then here comes another spiritual leader and another spiritual leader, and then here comes another and another, and it's kind of like you two are at the top. It's what it feels like you two are going to be leading something and teaching something in a whole new way that's very different, that's very it freeing and frisky. I feel really good now. Like all of a sudden I'm feeling like, you know this is exciting stuff. This is going to be something that you really enjoy. Good for you, Taurus. Very good. Holy crap. I wish you could see this spread, but I think I have my camera tied up on the back of my computer now. Let me show you. So you got Mr. Romance right here, okay? Mr. Romance. Ooh, hey baby. Can I take you out tonight? It's like somebody wanting to give you those bedroom eyes, like those are not my bedroom eyes, by the way. It's very awkward for me to do that on here. But something like that. Somebody wants to do that because you have changed. There's something about you pulling your power back that has made you extremely sexy, handsome, and somebody's like, "Ooh, I just want to taste." Mm. And they offer it to you. And I got to show you these next three in order because I need you to pay attention to the direction of the Queen of Swords. This is next, then this, then this. You reject that offer. You reject that offer. You've set boundaries with this person. So while you have become extremely attractive to this person because you're showing yourself in your power, because you're not giving in and giving them whatever they want, now you're attractive. So they're coming back to Rico Suave, yo ass, and you're going to deny it. Where is your focus? Because he would be here. And it could be male or female. It doesn't, it's just a card, you know. Look, your focus is on the Three of Pentacles. Remember, your soul family is coming in. This is your soul family. Didn't I just say two's better than one, three's better than two, and so on? There's three on this card. You are focused. Your focus is elsewhere. And it feels like maybe at a time, there was a time where you really wanted this person to come back. You had a very big heart for this person. You loved this person. You felt like you guys had something. You intuitively, you knew there was something there. But I just don't, this person's not ready yet. They still need to go through their judgment. Yeah. Hold on. There's the confirmation. And did you see that? They need to see you win. Because there's something about you. This is somebody that could have joined you in this. Because you've got the King of Cups and the King of Pentacles here. Okay, they could have joined you in this, but they would have, it was required of them to take time to themselves. It was required of them to learn and grow, and they didn't want to do that with you. And now all of a sudden their life is kind of, you know, going through what maybe your life went through at one point. And they're going to want to try to come back, but the reason they're trying to come back is because they're having this in their life everywhere else too. This is not, it's almost like, I hate to say this, but I've had this done to me, so I'll say it. You know how guys sometimes, and I'm sure women do it too. Um, I don't have social media, so I don't watch any of these stories. I'm sure it's all out there, but I don't watch it. Where a guy will just get bored and he'll go through his phone and like this one rejects, so I'll go to the next. This rejects, like this one will work tonight. This one, you know, this flavor will work for the evening. You know, that type of stuff. Somebody's going through that right now. And all of a sudden you've become highly attractive to them because you aren't giving to them anymore. And you seem like you're well-rounded, and they get to have it thrown back in their face. And I don't even, look with the Emperor, like I see the Empress poking out. You see that? Right there. Yeah. You have rebirthed yourself. You've come out of this energy. You invited this person to come along at some point. They rejected that over and over again. And now they're going through the same exact thing that you're going through or went through. It feels like they've been mirroring you. They're thinking about you. But they're in a page energy. This is like childlike energy in an adult body. Like hopping around. I don't know how to handle my emotions, so when we have an uncomfortable argument, I'm going to leave and we're just going to break up, and maybe I'll come back and we can make up through having sex, and then we'll break up again. None of that. You are over that, okay? And I feel like you're dealing with somebody who's still in that energy where they run because they have a lot of wounding from past experiences that needs to be addressed. It needs to be alchemized. And that's not your problem. Yeah, they need to go through this. So you were meant to lead. Not only, it's almost like you were going to be the leader for this person. You know, it was meant for you to be the leader for this person. So that's pretty cool. That's cool. Like you live and teach people by your example. So your example should be to reject them and let them know, like, I'm in a different place. I did everything I told you I was going to do. And now, my brosh. And now I was going to do everything I was going to do, and you didn't want to join me, and now it's here, and like, you're not going to jump in and just ride on my coattails in the 11th hour and pretend like you were with me all along and take credit for my work. Something along the lines of that, okay? Something, it's like you need to have that, even if you don't say that to them, and I don't think you should. It feels like it's almost like this person's going to be jealous and heartbroken, sad, mad. They're going to be sad mad, where they're going to be a little jealous. And if you say the wrong thing when they're in that state of being vulnerable and like, you know, life falling apart, and you aren't soft about this, I feel like they're going to be vindictive and try to do something to retaliate. If you approach this in a subtle way, you know, an easy, soft way, they're just going to kind of walk away feeling like kind of with their tail tucked between their legs, you know, type of energy where they're like, damn, I really messed up. But if you say something like, I told you, then they're going to come at your ass. You've got to care about your approach here. Even though if that's what you want to say, it's almost like after it happens, you get to walk away and giggle. That's what you get, motherfucker. You know? But you don't want to do it to them. Okay? That's it. I love you guys. I'll see you in the next one. Peace and love.